Let's talk numbers. Hi, I'm Paul and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk numbers on my Genesis GV60 Advanced. So this is not the performance, but I'll give you performance numbers as well. I thought this would be a good video to show you exactly what I paid for the vehicle. Did I pay MSRP or did I pay over MSRP? We're about to find out. Stay tuned. And welcome back. Here I've got the window sticker with a little cheat sheet and then some other information that we're going to go over. So what I thought we would do is go over pricing for the car as the advanced model that I own. I don't own the performance, but also give you the differences between the price of the performance and the advanced. So this is a Genesis GV60 Advanced 2023. The MSRP on this car is $58,890. It's got the uni white paint, which was an extra $575. And then there were some extra things that were added onto the car, I guess from the factory. The cargo package, which included the cargo mat, the cargo blocks, and the first aid kit. And that was $220. And then there were the mud guards, which at first I was like, oh, I'll take them off. But I really like them because they do keep kind of the back end of the car cleaned, or at the rockers and all that. Mud guards are $150. The roof rack crossbars that go across the car, which they're off the car. I think they look terrible if you're not using a roof rack. Those were a little expensive. Those were $450. Which they are made by Tool, I think is how you pronounce it. So that's a good brand. Then you have the rear bumper, I call it the little PPF section of the car. It's got, I think Genesis is on it. That was $85. So that keeps you, as you're putting stuff in the car, groceries, things like that, boxes, it keeps you from scuffing the top part of your bumper up. And then the wheel locks, that was another $85. Sales tax in Alabama is 4%. And then there was so that was around let's just call it $2,400 for sales tax. And then there was a dock fee, the old dreaded dock fee of $998. So total that I paid for this car was $64,946.91. Now I purchased this from Genesis of Milford in Milford, Connecticut, and they were great. 0 over MSRP, so they really worked well with me and gave me the car at 0 over MSRP. So MSRP again is $58,890. MSRP on the performance package is $68,290. So if you add all the add-ons, also freight, which was another $1,095. There's a difference of $8,834 between the two cars. I didn't want, well, let's do this. Let's do this. So I did have some questions. I got 4 questions I want to answer that I received from viewers either via email, Facebook, or the channel itself. So the first one, before we go any further back or go back to the pricing. So the first one was, why advance, not performance? To me, I didn't see the roughly $9,000 value between the two. I think that this car has plenty of power. If I want to go into sport mode, I can. It'll give me a extra boost, which is plenty fine for me. If I want to drive something fast, I have an Audi R8 that I will get into and I'll drive fast and go from there. So performance wasn't a big deal for me in this car. Also, I wanted the extra few miles, I think, of range. I think it's 235 on performance and 248 on the advanced, which really I'm getting about 295 if I do a full charge on the advanced. So the car is just performing beyond what the numbers look like. Okay, why would you, or would you buy the GV60 Advanced again? And in a New York minute, I'd buy it again. You know, I've been so impressed with this car over all the other EVs that I've owned. I've owned Teslas, I've owned a Mach-E, and I've owned an Audi e-tron. Now, I'll say the Audi e-tron was probably my best as far as ride quality and comfort, but the range wasn't as good, and it was a very, very thirsty vehicle. So, yes, I would buy this car 10 times over, exactly spec'd out the way I have it, which is the uni white, and then it's got the ash gray white interior leather and all that. What do I dislike about the GV60? I would say the range. I think the range needs to be about 300 to 350 on all EVs, especially priced at almost 60,000 MSRP. They should do that. It'll make the road trips a little bit nicer, and it will, it'll just give you a little bit more easy feeling as you're driving it throughout the day, that you've got a little extra range. Okay, so what do I like most about the GV60? All right, this is a good one. The quality and fit and finish is right at the Mercedes, BMW, Audi level. They may be a tick above it, but really, I know I did like the 5,000 mile review, and I've got about 4,400 mile, or 5,500 miles or so in the car, excuse me. And I would have to say that there's just no rattles. There's nothing. There's no creaks and there's no rattles. I tell you, almost day one on my Teslas, all of them had noise and rattles. Even the Model S refresh, which they said was a better built car, I think it's got better material in it, but it still gives you all the creaks and rattles. High speed charging, when you're traveling in this car, this car is stupid fast charging. 10 to 80% in 18 minutes or less. I know my trip I made from Connecticut, where I bought it, back to Birmingham, it was I think I averaged around 12, 14 minutes a charge, and just in and out. It didn't have time to sit down and eat lunch or dinner. It was just going so, it's just charging so fast. And then interior and exterior, I just think the overall look of the car, outside, inside, it's just, to me, I've been wowed with this car. I never thought I'd own a Genesis, Hyundai, or even a Kia, but I tell you what, they know what they're doing. And so if you haven't bought one of these cars, buy one. If you're looking for an electric car, get the Advanced to get started. You will not be disappointed. So let's recap. Manufacturer's suggested retail was $58,890 with add-on sales tax dock fees. I paid a total of $64,946.91. Zero above MSRP. And I would just say call Genesis of Milford in Milford, Connecticut. Ask them if they'll give you a car at MSRP, or call the other locations. So there you have it. Until the next video, have a great day.